Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Alhamdulillah. Thank you, YouTube. Thank you, subscribers, viewers, and supporters of this channel. Today, we're still in the middle of ISO 14001 implementation. We are looking at the environmental aspects impact evaluation. Now, before we go on, let me implore to all my Muslim brothers and sisters, please do not watch this video. If you are already in the mosque for the Friday prayer khutbah or attending any religious lessons anywhere in the world with scholars preaching from books, thank you very much. I love you for that, and I wish all of us Jannatul Na'im. Now, in this particular video, we are looking into another evaluation criteria, which is frequency. We are evaluating the environmental impact of a dirty spill kit, which is an environmental aspect. We look into its impact in terms of frequency of its occurrence. All right, so the activity is still diesel transfer. If you are following the series that I'm doing before this, we are now in the middle for another environmental aspect, the spill kit. Let's take a look at the implementation chronology for environmental management system ISO 14001 version 2015. Please remember, it is about managing what? Environmental aspects. How? By fulfilling compliance obligation and addressing risk and opportunities. That is the definition of environmental management system ISO 14001 version 2015. But what is environmental aspects? They are elements of an organization's activity, products and services that interacts or can interact with the environment, therefore causing perhaps environmental impact, adverse or probably beneficial. Now, what are we managing again? Environmental aspects. So we have done this as far as diesel transfer is concerned, and as far as this particular aspect is concerned, we have done all the environmental aspects identification. You can take a look at our previous video, and this video we are still in the middle of the evaluation of how significant the environmental impact caused by those environmental aspects. And we got to do evaluation because we have got to determine or identify which of these environmental aspects can cause significant environmental impact for this particular activity, for this particular process, for this particular company. So it's just one activity. Okay, there are many other activities we do similarly. Now, once we know, once this company has identified all the environmental aspects and they are able to identify also which of them are more significant, then they know what they are dealing with in terms of environmental aspects vis-a-vis environmental management. So they know their commitment, okay? They know what they are managing. They know what they have to manage as far as environmental aspects from their process is concerned. Only then they would develop or they would write their policy statement, environmental policy, and from which after that they refer back to the list of environmental aspects and or significant environmental aspects and start to develop their environmental objectives. They have to decide, this company, the top management, the EMS ISO 14001 steering committee, the EMR, and all heads of department has got to decide what would be their appropriate, relevant, and representative environmental objectives. This is the holistic where they are going to as far as this company's environmental management is concerned. So then they start to develop what is called environmental targets, and this is specific, and environmental management program, how to achieve those targets, who, do what, when, and how much. So these are all cumulatively regarded as planning to achieve under this new standard. And this is then the intended outcome. The objective, the targets, and the EMP is the intended outcome. And we got to make sure in our objective, targets, and EMP, anywhere there, the standard wants us to include enhancement of environmental performance. Enhancement, meaning we need to have comparison from where to where. How do we do it? That's why I show you the dashboard. And fulfillment of compliance obligation. And in this intended outcome, anywhere in our target and EMP and objective, we got to reflect our endeavor to achieve those environmental objectives that we have set. That is important. All right, I hope you are able to follow. Now, this is how we identify environmental aspects. A simple methodology derived from mechanical engineering. So we have done this in the previous video. If you need more detail of how we do it, please look at those videos. And those in yellow highlights are all the environmental aspects, well, summarized, selected environmental aspects for this particular activity, which is diesel transfer. And we are selecting this time only one of the environmental aspect for this particular series. We have done diesel, which is an input aspect. Now we are on dirty spill kit as an output environmental aspect. So how do we do it? This is the dashboard. This is what is usually known as aspects impact register. Take a look. We have done diesel. Diesel has a score already, that including risk and opportunities is done for diesel. What are the risks? What are the opportunities? And they are environmental performance. There you are. This is the baseline. This is the reference environmental performance that we can pick it up and improve from there. So we have got what you call a starting block, a reference where to start. Okay, this is how we do it, and we have done for a dirty spill kit up to a client as evaluation criteria. Right now in this video we're doing frequency. So how we do it, let's take a look. This is the rating definition that we have developed over the years, and we find this has been helpful and has been, not to say accurate, but representative so far. Okay, it has not proved me wrong. Now look at, remember, please remember, when you do this, when anyone do this, please remember we are dealing with what type of environmental aspect. Dirty spill kit, I mean, what type means life cycle perspective. It is an output. The environmental impact would be downstream from there, not upstream. Okay, so the environmental impact is soil contamination. So only then we would be able to do the evaluation more correctly or more representatively. So for this particular spill kit, apparently the diesel transfer, every time the diesel transfer is occurring, there is going to be spill. And the volume of spill, apparently from our site review on this particular area that day, apparently is same quantity. We ask, how much spill kit have you been using? That much. Is it consistently the same? Yes. Meaning there is no improvement to reduce the spillage. So for that reason, since the frequency is every month, there you are, this environmental aspect spilled once in a month. Why? Every time there is the transfer of diesel, there is spill, and the spill volume does not reduce. The same amount of spill kit is being used, the same number of adsorbent. So that has got to be managed because they are contaminating the soil, the ground. All right, so that is for that we give them a score of 1. It happens only once a month, might not be that significant compared to those that occur every day. So how does it spare? Take a look. You can pause the video at those evaluation rating definition and take a snapshot, what you call it, snapshot or whatever, and yeah, it's yours. Now, as far as the dirty diesel spill kit is concerned, there you are. The score is 1. Okay, what does it mean? So we have one more, which is duration, after which we will be able to identify. And then we need to know its occurrence, whether in normal or emergency. And the score will be known later. So there is one more to go, duration, and then we would be able to get the score. This is how it works. So there's a comparison. We're able to do comparison later on. Okay, so I hope that is clear for this particular environmental aspects evaluation criteria frequency. I believe we should be meeting in the next video where we will do the duration of the occurrence of the spill kit. So thank you, YouTube. Thank you, subscribers, viewers, and supporters of this channel. Until we meet in the next video, inshallah, I wish everybody assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.